Hakadosh Boker Or Mishnah Yomi Masechet Batra Perek Bet, second chapter. We're starting a new chapter. Mishnah Aleph and Bet. Mishnah 1 and 2. Lo yachpor adam bor samuch leboro shel chavero. A person may not dig a pit in which to store water at the edge of the property near the pit of his fellow, meaning mamash right beside his fellow, right? Velo siach velo me'anav lo matavim velo nivrech kofsin, nor a ditch, vault, right? Laundering pool, obviously, because your pit is going to damage your friend's pit, right? Obviously, there's water, and if it's gonna over underneath or on the floor, you have the picture there on the bottom. Ela imken, but you have to distance from the wall of your friend. You have to distance already 3 tvachim, right? Which is going to be 24 centimeters. Plus, you have to put line. So it's basically like you're putting like a cement, meaning if you're just going to leave it like regular land, right, regular soil, it's going to seep through and it's going to damage, right, the other person. You also have to distance an olive pulp, that's the refuse of the olives, manure, salt, lime, stones, at least 3 tvachim from the wall of your friend. Because again, these things, they give off heat, and therefore they cause damage. And you also have to come and you have to put also lime to protect it. You also have to distance seeds, plowing, and urinating, at least 3 tvachim from the neighbor's wall, because again, these weaken the wall. Right, we used to have it here, if you remember, right here when all the taxis were here, right against the wall. Right, it ruins the walls. Right, you also have to distance the millstones. Right, also 3 tvachim from lying, right, from the lying one, the lower stone, which is 4 tvachim from the upper stone. In an oven, also if the distance from a wall, 3 tvachim from the bottom of the base, which is 4 tvachim from the upper part of the base. Again, all these things, since they give off heat, or the millstone is also vibration and everything else, but all these things, since they're going to damage the next person's walls, so therefore you always have to distance yourself from there. Okay, so you have to distance yourself from giving damage to your friend. Okay, that's Mishnah Aleph. Mishnah Bet. Lo yamid adam tarur betoch habayit. Don't put an oven inside of the house. And unless you have 4 amot space above it, so the flames and everything will not cause the ceiling to catch a fire. If it's going to be in the upper story, you need 3 tvachim thick underneath of plaster, underneath the oven. But if it's only going to be a kira, which is like a type of a stove, it's not a real oven, it's like smaller, so that's going to be enough for tefach. You don't need 3 tvachim. But if even after doing all these things, you still damage, you still have to pay. Rabbi Shimon says, no. If we already gave all these measurements, it was a reason to exempt you from payment. So you have a machloket to the Mishnah, you're going to be obligated or exempt, because if you already did this distancing, so now what? You're still going to be chayav or not? Or maybe we just said minimum you have to do the distancing, but you still have to pay. So that's a machloket that we already mentioned in the Mishnah.